Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Talks and Growth. My name is Menoosha. I sing, I speak, and I coach. Today's topic is going to be about how domestic violence is another form of cancer. If this is your first time on my channel, I would like to encourage you to subscribe for regular videos about personal development. I also do music and I also coach. So I'd love to see you here again. So, domestic violence being a form of cancer. What got me to this? I watched the news unroll the information about a Nigerian Gospel artist called Osinanachi, who died after being killed by her husband, who happened to be a pastor. Very heartbreaking story with with details that are very disturbing. It really stirred a lot inside of me because I have two aunties that went through similar situations. Domestic violence comes in various forms, as you all know. It can be emotional, it can be verbal, it can be physical, financial, spiritual. But bottom line is, this is a virus, it's pure evil. It's something nobody should have to go through, but that is so present in our society, sadly. It affects women as well as men. We cannot exclusively claim that it only happens to a certain type of person. It happens to people regardless of social classes. So we should be compassionate towards people going through this. So let me get right into the topic, why I believe that domestic violence is another form of cancer. We all know that cancer has different stages, typically 4. So I'm going to break this down to you. So we have in stage 1, the cancer being localized in one area of your body, but it hasn't spread yet. In stage 2, you have the cancer that has grown and still it hasn't spread yet. And then you move to stage 3, where the cancer has grown larger and it has possibly spread to the lymph nodes and other tissues of your body. Then you move to the final stage of stage 4, where the cancer has spread to other organs or other areas of your body. That type of cancer, that type of stage, is referred to as being metastatic, or it's an advanced cancer. And that would be the final stage. So just like cancer, I believe that domestic violence also has stages that are very similar to this. And I'll give you some examples. So let's go back to stage 1, where I just said that the cancer is localized in a small area, but it hasn't spread and affected any other tissue of your body. In the case of domestic violence, you have early signs, but typically we will ignore them because of love, because we think there's hope and everything, and that things will get better. Examples are, for example, the perpetrator will isolate you or will start putting you down in a very subtle way. Then you move to stage 2, where the cancer has grown, but it hasn't spread yet. At this point, I believe this is a stage where in domestic violence, you're kind of locked up in the relationship. Locked up enough for the perpetrator to feel comfortable enough to show their real face, because they know that you're secured, you're not going anywhere. Okay, so now we move to stage 3, where the cancer has grown larger, like I said, and it has spread to the lymph nodes and other tissues of your body. Taking the case of domestic violence, this is a stage where the abuse has settled and has started manifesting itself in a cycle. And so that cycle starts with a build-up. There's a certain situation that will start building up a tense atmosphere in the household or in the relationship or in the marriage. And then at some point it's going to lead to an explosion. Shouts, objects thrown, actual beating, and after that you have the plea for forgiveness. I'm so sorry. this will never happen again. You know I love you. The roses, the lavish gifts, and so on and so forth. And after that, you have the calm before the storm that sparks the new start of the vicious cycle that goes on and on again. Okay. Then the final stage is stage 4, where the cancer has spread across many, many areas of your body. And like I said, it's called metastatic. It's an advanced cancer. It's an advanced form of domestic violence that will cause the vital areas of your body, of your life to be affected, just as the cancer will affect the vital organs of your body. So that type of domestic violence will automatically lead you to death of your soul, death of your mind, death of your body. We've seen that much too often. So obviously the death of your body is very apparent, okay? But when I say death of the soul or death of the spirit, or death of the mind, it means that the person, the victim of this situation, has come to a point where he or she has completely given up on hope, given up on a future, a better future, do not feel that they're worth living a better life. Very often they'll resort to drug abuse, alcohol abuse, or some escape just to numb the pain. It's terrible. It's terrible to go through. It's so terrible and so complex that I see many people not understanding or making fun of people that are victims of such a situation. I would like to encourage you not to do that. You do not know how complex the thought process of a person that is a victim of such a predicament is completely distorted. You don't think the same anymore because you've been banged for a long time with words, with hits. You're not normal anymore. You don't function normally anymore. So that explains why many people in this situation stay in it for so long. If you are friends or you're related to a person that is going through the same thing, do not be judgmental. Whether they choose to stay or leave, be there for that person. You never know when they need you. Okay, so I'd like to give you 2 more infos related to this topic. I mentioned earlier a conference, a women's empowerment stage that is being organized by a non-profit organization that I'm part of called Women for Knowledge. The conference is called the Phenomenal Women Empowerment Stage. It takes place on the 25th of June in the University of Frankfurt, Goethe Universität, and it's an all-day event. The reason why I mention this is that we will be offering a workshop on domestic violence prevention. And we're partnering with a lady called Charity Wairimu Latz. She's based in Cologne and she's a specialist in the topic because she's been through it herself. She's seen her mother go through it herself in a very violent form. I'd like to invite you to check her out on Facebook as well as on YouTube. And her initiative is called Unmasking Domestic Violence. Please check her out. I put all the information down below. So, like I said, let's be a society that speaks against it. There should be no secrecy around the topic. If you're going through this, if you're going through any form of domestic violence, whether it's stage 1, 2, 3, or 4, please talk to someone. You need to talk to someone. Don't keep it to yourself. You owe yourself life. You owe yourself happiness. You have a purpose in life. There is a reason why you're on earth, and your purpose is tied to the well-being of other people. So you cannot bury your life. If that's you, please feel free to look into these links and please save your life. So if you like this video, click like, comment, share, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell so you're kept updated about videos that I'll be doing in the future. I wish you a great Sunday. Bye-bye.